That's truly magnificent. I see what he was trying to do there. Such a beautiful piece. Hey man, what is that you're staring at over there? Of course, adult like you just wouldn't understand high art. If you notice, I'm staring at nothing. And what spawns from nothing? Well, creativity, the imagination, new ideas. That's what I'm looking at. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'm talking about an Italian artist who auctioned off an invisible sculpture for the cool price of $18,300. And it's made of literally nothing. The amount of fuck you money that you have, if you can just drop $18,000 on absolutely nothing, has got to be amazing to have that kind of money, to just be able to basically throw it in a fire, because that's what you're doing. Last month, the 67-year-old artist Salvatore Garau sold an immaterial sculpture, which is to say that it doesn't exist. That is so deep, profound, and meaningful for Garau. The artwork titled Lo Sono, which translates to I am, finds form in its own nothingness. That's truly pathetic. You must just be at rock bottom of an artist that you just have no brain power left, that you can't even remotely think of any ideas. And then you're like, well, people who buy art are kind of fucking stupid. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm legit just going to sell them nothing and call it a statue. I'm gonna call it Lo Sono, which means I am. And the power of it all is that you find form in its nothingness. The nothingness breeds creativity. You, the viewer, get to imagine what this artist wanted that sculpture to be. It truly makes you think. That's also what's very disappointing about modern art. Sometimes there's nothing to it, but the artists just come up with this bullshit synopsis of what the piece is supposed to mean, and it has a bunch of people actually considering, like, wow, he does bring up a rather good point here. I actually think he's setting the bar. He's changing the game. He has, in every capacity, just changed the way art is going to be looked at now. And it's like, what, bro? What? Like, get the fuck out of here. You guys know that's not the case. Like, what are you on about here? Because nobody is seeing what you're seeing. The vacuum is nothing more than a space full of energy, and even if we empty it and there is nothing left, according to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, that nothing has a weight, he told the Spanish news outlet Diario AS. Therefore, it has energy that is considered and transformed into particles. That is into us. Modern art is just, not all of it, but a lot of it is just bullshit. And then the artist will come out and drop big words, some philosophical meaning, drop fucking science facts and be like, all right, you get, step back, guys. I know this is dog shit. I know this is probably one of the worst fucking things you've ever seen. Well, actually, you can't even see it because there's nothing here. But just give me a second and let me explain to you what this is. If you have to tack on a definition onto your artwork like that to make people understand it, you clearly didn't do a good job, because the whole purpose is for you to create something that makes people feel a certain way. The lucky buyer went home with a certificate of authenticity and a set of instructions. The work, per Garau, must be exhibited in a private house in a roughly 5 by 5 foot space, free of obstruction. Guy, go fuck yourself. You even gave instructions how to view your art. It must be exhibited in a private house for the ultimate immersive experience. For you to really truly understand this piece, it must be roughly 5 by 5 foot space. What is it, not gonna fit in a smaller room? I think it will. Would I be able to display my artwork for all my friends in this room? I'm not sure. I think it'd be good. I don't know where I would want to put it. Where should I put it, guys? I'm gonna have to kind of rearrange my whole room if I did have the $20,000. I mean, I don't know where I would fit this thing. Gosh. When I decide to exhibit an immaterial sculpture in a given space, that space will concentrate a certain amount and destiny of thought at a precise point, creating a sculpture that from my title will only take the most varied forms. The artist went on. For real, you really should not have to go into this much detail to actually explain your art. Like, I understand, obviously, you want people to understand your point of view, what you're trying to go through, but it's like you're actually just talking about fucking nothing. There's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. You don't see it, but it exists. It's made of air and spirit. It is a work that asks you to activate the power of the imagination, a power that anyone has, even those who don't believe they have it. I guarantee you there's actually people in the art community who are like, he's changing the game. He's really doing something new here. It's like, no, he's not. No, he's not. Shut the fuck up. This is genuinely the same type of energy students have and I've had when a project's due the night of, and you're like, well, it's time to whip some shit together, and you just pile up a bunch of garbage and put it in such a way that it forms some form of paper or project that you were working on. But again, at least something is there. At least there's actually a thing to look at. This guy just took it to a whole nother level and was like, fuck, shit. I was supposed to be working on this like a year ago. And I'm supposed to bring this to the auction tomorrow. Well, what am I going to do about that? I have an idea. I'm gonna make people use their imaginations. I'm gonna be really smart here, and I'm just gonna really make people think about how they consume art, and I'm just gonna change it forever. I think just one example of an artist who kind of stirred up some controversy was Jackson Pollock. A lot of people said the same thing as I'm saying about Jackson Pollock, that it required no effort, kids could do this, it was just a bunch of squiggles on a canvas, it meant nothing. It was just like, why are people just putting so much clout behind Pollock? Why are people buying his paintings? Why are they just selling for a crazy amount of money? And then people on the other side were like, no, he's doing something really profound. This is crazy. He's just changing the game. He's changing art. Even if you didn't like it, you might think the content's bad, but it's there. You can look at it. You know, it's not just some guy saying, well, I just made this space for nothing so I can make you guys think, because that's just really deep and powerful. I'm kind of beating a dead horse here. I think I'll leave it at that. And in conclusion, this is just comical, but at the same time, to some degree, I respect the man for making $18,000 for, again, doing absolutely nothing. Literally nothing. Absolutely nothing. Got $18,000. And for all you hopeful artists out there, well, you're clearly doing something wrong, because this guy has it made. If you made it this far into the video, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave the video a thumbs up, and as always, I will see you next time.